What's going on? In this video, I want to talk about shooting first and aiming later and how this brilliant concept can really help you succeed in anything that you're doing, whether it's business, relationships, finance, doesn't matter. So let's get into it. Shoot first, aim later. What does this mean? It means taking massive, imperfect action. I think that massive, imperfect action is more important than talent. I think it's more important than intelligence. I think it's probably the most important thing that you can do. And you see this with some of the most successful people in the world. Take Alex Hormozi, for example. You know, he's a brilliant marketer, brilliant business person. And he has said numerous times, you got to be able to do something for 5 years, 10 years without seeing any results. You got to be able to take massive imperfect action, right? And by shooting first and aiming later, just the act of going out and putting the energy out, believing in yourself, striving to get better every day, right? Just that massive imperfect action is going to pay massive dividends as you aim later after putting the massive imperfect action into practice. I have a couple books that I just want to bring up real quick. I think these books have a lot of great information in them. If you've never read them, I highly suggest you go check them out. The first is The Lean Startup. Eric Ries, I think that's how you say his last name. I hope I didn't butcher that, boss, if you ever see this video. Fabulous book. The Lean Startup really talks about exactly that. Being lean when you're starting up. Being light. Being fast to execute. Fast to iterate. Fast to address problems and to, get something in front of people quickly so that then you can figure out what you have to do with that information later. Okay? The YouTube Formula. Doral Eves. Again, I hope I didn't butcher your name, boss. Fabulous book. Got a foreword from Mr. Beast in here. In this book, I think this might be one of the best YouTube books that I've read. Really talks about the importance of title, the importance of thumbnail, but most importantly, the importance of data, right? All of the YouTubers that I've been following, all of the content that I've watched, the one thing that I know for 100% certain is that you need to make at least 100 videos before you even figure out what's going to work. Right? You don't even know what's going to work. You don't even know anything about yourself or your speaking or your content or your editing or your niche or your subject matter until you actually start doing it. And then based on the data at a later point, you go back in, you analyze, you figure it out, and then you adjust and you move forward. Why do I think that this is such an important thing, right? Shoot first, aim later. Let's talk about relationships for a second, right? As a man, men are always expected to lead, right? And when you're picking up women or you're approaching women, you need to be able to see that beautiful girl across the bar, make eye contact with her, right? When a woman makes eye contact with you, when she smiles at you, that's an invitation for you to come over and to speak with her, right? A lot of people screw this up. They think about it too much and then they end up convincing themselves of why they shouldn't go over to talk with the girl. When instead, you see the girl, you make eye contact, you shoot first, you aim later. You go right in, and after you open her up, then you figure out what it is that you need to do to escalate things along the journey of romance and courting, right? I think that the shoot first, aim later concept is probably it is the most important thing because it takes away a lot of the failure that you would experience by overthinking, being overcritical, being, going against yourself. And so I just wanted to make this video because the more I think about it, the more I realize that all of the things in my life that I have failed to do or the things that I've failed at have all come from this one thing, which is not taking massive imperfect action. So I hope you find some value in some of these concepts or maybe the way that I'm explaining it. If you're stuck, if you're struggling, come with me on this journey because I have royally screwed this up for myself, right? Not making content, not jumping into things quicker, not having as much belief in myself or my ideas as I should. And I challenge you to join me on this journey, make a YouTube channel, start making content. Doesn't matter if it's good, doesn't matter what it's about. Just the act of taking massive imperfect action. In 6 months, you'll be farther along than if you sat around and thought about what you were going to do. So I think that's it. I would love your support, right? Drop a comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Want to make as many friends as possible, want to impact as many lives as possible. I know with YouTube, that is what we're going to do. We just have to be disciplined. We're going to shoot first. We're going to aim later. We're going to approach women. We're going to make money. We're going to change lives. We're going to do a lot of amazing things. I would love for you to come with me on this journey. Like I said, drop a comment, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I would love to follow you on your journey, so reach out. Love to connect. If you have any ideas, if you want to collaborate, if you want to do podcast, I am game. I am game. So I think that's it, and as always, I will see you in the next video.